day, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I am your host, DF George, and today I am saddened in my heart. And I know someone will be like, if you're saddened in your heart, what's our own business online? It is your business because you're an African. It is the business of you, your family, because you're an African. Recently looked at the situation of things in Africa? So, now I'm speaking as an African. I'm not speaking as a Ghanaian. I'm not speaking as a Nigerian. I'm speaking as an African. Are you seeing what the youths are doing? Are you seeing how easily the attentions of the youth is being diverted to social media? It's being diverted to watching shows. It's being diverted to listening to podcasts, uneducative podcasts. Podcasts that have sour informations. And yet we are talking about leadership. We are talking about poor leadership in Africa. We are talking about Africa not moving forward. And when it's also time for us to vote in Africa, we complain that our voices are not heard. We complain that our votes doesn't count. We complain that they don't take us serious. How should a grown man, those are ruling us now because most of them are all above 60. Why should they take us serious when on the natural phenomena as an African child, okay, a father looks at a son and know that this my son is useful, this my son will go far, this my son will do great things. But then we have leaders who are fathers, and we as citizens, we are like their sons and daughters. And every day they see that the economy is very bad, but we don't care. Once they give us an entertaining show on the TV, we watch it. We forget all our problems. Once we have data, we are okay. And you expect that father to see you as a responsible son, as a son that is capable to take over when he is gone. That is why we have recycling of old men as our leaders in Africa. I can call names, but that is not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to speak facts to you. You see, the youth of Africa, they have rather chosen, to face the life where its meaning are very limited to maybe just a day meal and they're okay. The youth of Africa, all they just want is give them a betting platform where they can bet and make quick money, where they can make money that will be enough to feed them for the week. They believe by next week they're also going to play the same bet and win. So they don't really care about the development of Africa. They don't really, truly, and effectively care about Africa getting better and getting developed like every other country. Most of us even just want to sell our properties and run away to other countries. What happened to Mama Africa? Why can't we fix Africa? African youth, it is time we end this lying that we are telling ourselves. It is time we end this blame that we keep shifting to government. Why can't we as a youth get into power? When I ask you, be like, they don't regard us. How would they regard you when you don't take even your own life serious? When all you want is to watch a woman shaking her front in Instagram, on social media, when you want to watch a woman doing BBL and dressing half naked on the internet, that is what your focus is on. Today I'm here to encourage we African youth. Let us rise up. Let us take the bull by the horn. Let us get involved in decision making, areas of our economy, of our states. When I mean our state now, I mean Africa entirely. Take for instance the likes of VDM. I'm not giving him a shout out, but he even deserves it. Shout out to you, VDM. Take a look at people like him. Look at the impact he is making in the society today because he is a youth who has thought and be like, no, we can't continue going the same way. But all you do every day is complain and complain and complain and complain that the leaders are not doing anything well. But you, as a human being, as a youth, what are you doing better? You prefer to go to church and scream, this is the young boys who want to worship Jesus. This is a time of handsome boys who want to worship Jesus. My sister, it is time that you sit back home and think about and have intuitive thoughts that will change your mindset and push you forward into taking decisions that would affect the mother Africa positively. It is time we end all this. You see, I'm just being very careful, but I'm tempted to call names. There are some shows that they can start it. For example, Nigeria, there's a big show. You people know the show I'm talking about. That once it comes on, everyone has become a Twitter lover, and they are all just tuning into that show every day, forgetting the problems of the country. Then when the show is over, now you now come on factory reset. You now start thinking again how to survive tomorrow. Whereas if you have gotten into power, if you've gotten into politics, you can make changes. You know, what some of us don't understand is that this is like a game of chess, and we are like the table. They place the board on top of us and they are playing. Once we get up, the game is over. Why can't we figure this out? Why can't we understand this? Why can't we see that the future of this great state is in our own palms? What are you using that your palm to? You're using it to buy data, to watch shows that are not educative. Listen to podcasts that are just going to frustrate you. Listen to podcasts that are just going to corrupt your mental state. Reduce you to a man who doesn't even think of any other thing apart from somebody who is shaking her like this one. Somebody who they are paying $1 million to get her back on bed. African youths, wake up. Going to church is not going to be the solution. Going to a place of worship is not going to be a solution. Because first of all, even on that angle has been deflated. Now they preach to you that you need to be a lamb to make heaven. Why can't you be a goat? They don't want you to be a goat because a goat is stubborn. A goat asks questions. Because a goat knows what is right. And when you're doing the other way around, the goat will be like, nah. Have you not seen when they are taking a goat to where they're going to slaughter it? It pins on the floor. You pull and pull and pull. The goat is stubborn because you know you're going to slaughter it. But a lamb, you just follow you. You pulling the lamb, it's going. It can be an eagle. Why can't you be an eagle? Why can't you fly above the skies? Why can't you fly above, the negativity of Africa entirely? Or why can't you even be a lion? Why can't you be a king in Africa? Since they now see Africa as a jungle, why can't you be a lion? Be a lion of this jungle. Be the king of this jungle. But no, religion has made you believe that you are a lamb. No, African youth, they stand that we wake up and they tell you that you need to be a lamb. And indeed, some of you have succumbed to being a lamb. A lion, a man who was born as a lion to take charge of a family, to take charge of a nation, has reduced himself to be a lamb. For instance, look at this is the playground. There is a park. And this place is meant for kids to play on, right? Now, it becomes an error when a grown man now turn himself into playing on this thing. Jump from here, climb and slide from here and get down. That means you become a child. Take the same scenario to what I have said earlier on. When you are supposed to be a lion and you're a lamb, first of all, you've sold your birthright. First of all, you can't even take charge of your territory. African youth, we are not lambs. Let the religious books stop deceiving us. It's time we wake up. It is. The sun is very high now, and when you go to some places, it will be raining. An African youth who's supposed to be learned, educated, to know that climate change affects weather, we say that it is God who has sent the storm. How do we reason? Now, if I should even ask you who is God, you can't even give me a definition of who God is without saying according to the Bible. Who has done us? African youths, who has bewitched us? Who has done this to us? Look at you as an African youth. You were raised, you were born as a tiger. Because once you are an African, you automatically a lion. You roar. But what? They have made you a mere lamb. And now they have convinced you as a tiger to be a lamb so that you can pray to a lion from the tribe of Judah. Oh God. Who peaceful in our brain? African youths. I'm not saying there is no God. Of course there is a God. But it's not that God that you read in those books. It's not that God that you read in those religious books. Can't you get to know God for yourself? Wake up. Get yourself busy doing lucrative things. Change your mindset. It is time you start thinking of some of the things you love doing way more. And you enjoy doing it and you do it best. You can get creative at them. You can, if you do painting, for instance, you can paint things that showcases our ancestors. Those guys out there, they are interested in buying things like this. You make money for yourself. But no, you prefer arguing on social media whose butt is bigger. You prefer, going on social media and arguing why France's president said what he said. You prefer being on social media and blaming Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You prefer being on social media blaming Nana Akufo-Addo or now Mahama. You just prefer being on social media and just shifting blames. What happened to you? Are you handicapped? Even the craziest one is one trending in Nigeria, Lamborghini. Now Lamborghini has become a trending topic in Nigeria. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. Sorry to say, but what has happened to critical thinking? Now it has been made for us to believe, and especially these gullible upcoming youths, to believe that in order for you to drive a big car, for instance, in order for you to drive a Lamborghini, your back must first of all be on the bed. For you to drive a Lambo, you have to bend it. You understand? For you to drive a Maserati, you know what I'm saying. Now they are just twisting your mindset towards things that will destroy you completely, towards things that will shift your thinking to things that will never add up anything to you. African youths, nobody but us can make the Africa we want. And we can only do that by first of all start showing these our fathers who are in power that now we have grown. Because we've now realized that no one can change the Africa to be the Africa that we need except us. So what do? We now start acting in the right directions. We now start making our fathers know that indeed their sons have grown. Indeed, their sons have now gotten wisdom to decipher things that really make sense. Because if let me tell you something, you think that the president of your country doesn't know that you are on social media arguing about Lamborghini? You think the president of your country is not aware that you're busy blasting people that are condemning Galamsey? You think that the president of your country is not aware that you're busy on social media condemning people that spoke against the war that happened in Sierra Leone, that happened in Liberia? They are aware. That is why when they look at those things, they know that you all are very unserious. They know that you all are not even aware of your own environment. That is why they take us for a ride. So what do? Let us now change our way of life. Let's change our culture. When I mean our culture, not our African culture. Our culture is a person's way of life. You watching me, change your way of life. Let every grown up around you know that indeed your mindset have changed. Your mindset is no more entangled in those things that doesn't add value to you. Your mindset doesn't entangle in things that are trending on social media, which are there to confuse you, to take away your direction, to misalign you and point you towards somewhere else. By the time you start holding the bull by the horn, you see these are our fathers who will not become scared of us, and we will indeed become the rulers and the leaders of Africa. And the Africa we want, we will get. Bless up.